Well, y'all, it's correction time. I always lead with my mistakes. I always tell you that everything is linked in the description box below, and if I do make a mistake, I will tell you the first opportunity that I have, and that's what this video is. This is the video that I should have made from earlier today. It's on me, and let this serve as the correction. And if you guys would forgive me, if you let me keep going to save the country with you, I'd love to have you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. But what I'm about to do is incredibly important for credibility, for our side, and more importantly, the country itself. So take this for what it is. I'm going to show you what I should have done earlier today, and then correct the record and show you what was correct in my video earlier today. First off, you can follow me on X at Braden LOA, so I can basically tell you, like I did on my X earlier, that I made a mistake, and then I'll give you a heads up to what I'm about to cover. Earlier today, I did a video, and it had two segments. It was a very important video, and the first segment was SCOTUS just dropped something, and the second segment was basically ICE winning and Trump winning in Minnesota, and the state government through the Attorney General Keith Ellison of Minnesota losing. Okay, the second segment is correct. This first segment needs some context. So I saw this posted earlier today, and the big issue that I have with this is it's framed as it was just dropped like it had never happened before. And that is honestly on me to not check this thoroughly, because there was an update to this, but it wasn't dropped as of a brand new piece of information. This actually happened in April of 25. Now, the actual content itself and the ruling is 100% correct, but it is not a new breaking as was couched and is what I covered, and that's what I'm correcting. The timing on this is very important, as is the specificity and accuracy. So let me walk through this, because I'm not going to show you the video again. Let me show you what really occurred. This is the video that I referenced. Again, SCOTUS did not make this ruling this morning. It was done last year. But I want to show you this piece, because this is the backstory, and this is so you need to know, and I can correct the record. The Supreme Court issued several rulings in 2025 regarding the Alien Enemies Act, generally upholding the Trump administration's ability to use the act for deportations. So 2025, I'm not sure if you realize, but it's 2026, and it's making the rounds on X like it just happened, and that is absolutely not correct. And again, that is my fault as the host of this show to not be correcting that and providing this information, because I flat out missed this part. But you lead with your mistakes. It's good for credibility. In April of 2025, the Supreme Court, in a 5-4 decision, lifted a lower court block on the Trump administration's use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport alleged members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. Now, that is exactly what is in these posts right here that I've shown you. The issue is not that it was incorrect information. The issue is it's couched as breaking, and that is too close to being incorrect for me. So I just want to set the record straight. It did not happen this morning. It happened in April. It is still accurate, but the timing and the framing and the couching is what is not really great. Because candidly, and then I'll go into the next part of this video, which is the second part. I'm going to address that as well, because this is important. Candidly, we don't need to reframe things. We don't need to couch things in a potentially misleading manner on our side of the aisle. We're already winning. We've got the population, we've got the electoral college vote, we've got the common sense policies, we've got the track record of success, we have the Constitution, we have the Supreme Court, we have the White House, we have the House and the Senate. We don't need to rebrand things in a misleading way to think something happened that it didn't. That's just reality. Because the number one thing that's the most important between you and I's relationship is trust. Because I link everything in my videos in the description box below for that reason. And if it's not there on other channels, that's up to them. I don't care. I'm going to link everything. And if I make a mistake, I'm going to lead with it. I'd give it a 50-50, half truth, not truth on the things that I reference. I'm correcting the record. There you go. Now, let's go to this next one, because again, yeah, I hate when I get hoodwinked on stuff. Oh, it's so frustrating. Trump wins in Minnesota. A federal judge has just refused to block President Trump's surge of DHS agents into the state for immigration purposes. This is absolutely correct. Again, the first segment, 50-50, so I'm correcting it. The second segment, 100% true. Timestamps, data provided, court documents, everything. Another huge legal win in Minnesota just now. A Biden-appointed district judge denied Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison's attempt to keep ICE out of Minnesota. This is actively happening. That is the Attorney General of the United States. This one right here is the actual documentation of the entire thing. You can see it's dated right there, 1/31/26. So I don't want this to get lost in this, because this is not cool. This is good. And honestly, my wife will tell you, I am the hardest on myself that you will probably ever see. Anything that the lefties say to me in comments is like nothing compared to what I'll do myself when I make mistakes like this, and it just kills me. So, which is why I reference everything. Here's the actual documentation. A Biden-appointed federal judge just denied Minnesota's emergency lawsuit to end Operation Metro Surge, which is, of course, the ICE documentation the ICE operation to send a lot of federal agents into Minnesota to basically get all the people there. The court pauses to observe what it is not deciding. At this stage, the court makes no final determination on the merits of any claims asserted by plaintiffs, nor does the court offer any opinion about the wisdom of Operation Metro Surge. And the legality of many of the specific actions taken by federal agents during the operation is not before the court in this case. Instead, the court only decides whether to grant the extraordinary remedy of the preliminary injunction halting a federal law enforcement operation based upon the 10th Amendment. In answering this question, the court must view plaintiffs, that's Minnesota, views claims through the lens of a specific legal framework they invoke, and having done so, finds the plaintiffs have not met their burden for the reasons discussed below. The motion is denied. And as you can see, this is time-stamped January 31, 2026, along with the actual documentation of the court filing, again, 1/31/26. So, the reason that I show you all these things is because I don't want the back end of this video, the second segment of the video I did prior, to fall to the wayside, because this one was a 50-50, half truth, half lie, right? And again, we do not need to do these kind of things. Did the Supreme Court technically clarify it and make it official this morning? Yes, technically, but the ruling already came out in April, as I mentioned for you right here. There's the actual reference for the entire thing. You can notice on the right side of the screen, Supreme Court lifts temporary blocks, SCOTUS rules, second judge Trump. All of this is May, April of last year. This is not current. 5-4 decision, the majority lifted the restraining order blocking deportations under the Alien Enemies Act, as you can see, April of 2025. Now, here's the thing, and I despise having to come to you and tell you that I made this mistake, not because I don't like making mistakes, I'm human, just like everyone else is. I despise the fact that I got duped into not doing my due diligence to confirm those details for you, and that's on me. I'll always own it when I mess up, because it's a great responsibility that I have on this channel, me through all of my channels, whether it's the multiple different backup channels, the Instagram channels, the other personalities that I have under my umbrella, or any of my business ventures. When I make a mistake, it's incredibly important for trust and relationship to fix it and correct it. So count this as the correction that you have seen. We're still going live on our live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, because even my goofing doesn't interrupt this freedom train. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.